So what is going on, guys? Mr. Simo for the win here, and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video. So what we're going to be doing today is something a little different, and we're going to be seeing if we can actually see Michael's grave as such. Obviously it isn't Michael in the grave, before he actually supposedly dies. So obviously if you guys play the storyline, you know how it all goes. This is the character that actually dies, and Michael goes off in the sunset, leaving Trevor behind. But what we're going to be doing is, because we're at like the very start of the game, we're going to use a couple of mods and see if we can get to the churchyard. So it took me a while to figure out where it was and how to look. So this is the building that we're robbing, and for some reason it's all the way over here. So this is like where all the action happens, and then if you carry on going you can actually get into the town. So actually I think this is where the action happens, somewhere around here where the train tracks are. That's right, yeah. And then if we go in a little bit further, we start to come into the town. So here's where the church is, and I thought it'd be really interesting to see what happens. So it looks like he's already here. Like there's a coffin already here with somebody in. And bearing in mind, this is the first mission of the game. We haven't done anything yet, and the kind of tombstone for Michael is already here, and it says Michael, husband, father and friend, 1965 to 2004. Now, this has already really answered my question already. I mean, I'm trying to get an angle to see if it'll glitch into the coffin, but nothing's happening. It seems to have already had this with the coffin inside already, even before any of the three characters have died. So I find this really, really interesting. And I guess this video doesn't need to be as long as I thought it was. So I thought maybe that it wasn't going to be here, but it seems to be all like ready. And obviously you get to the prologue, you do the prologue, Trevor runs off, Michael's supposedly dead, and then he's somewhere over here, literally by this tree I think it is, and he's watching the funeral. So it seems that the grave is already here. Now I'm not sure what happens when I spawn in. It might say I've left the crew behind. Yeah, it's failed the mission. I'm not too sure if we can get any closer to this on foot without failing the mission. I think it's just going to keep failing the mission over and over again. Alright guys, so I have tried so many different things since the last recording in terms to actually spawn in North Yankton and to be able to walk around and see what happens. Now just for video purposes, this is my complete game save. So this is, you know, well past the prologue. I think pretty much everything is done on this save. And just for video purposes, what we'll do is we will visit North Yankton in a complete state to see what it looks like now, because obviously Trevor's figured out what's going on. He knows Michael's alive. So if we go to teleport options, and then I believe it is online, no it isn't. Where are we looking? Others, that's right. We'll go to others, North Yankton, and then it should spawn us into North Yankton. And then if we go to free cam, we should be able to explore. Right, since we've just got here, we need to find the church, which is just right over here. So remember, this is now everything's done. So obviously the funeral's gone, the grave's been dug up, and let's see what it says. Do we still have the same sort of like headstone? So yeah, the coffin's completely gone, and you can actually go in here now. But I guess this really sums up the video. It doesn't really need to be a long video. I was hoping that I could get here on foot like this beforehand, but obviously that wasn't the case. But we seen the coffin, and we seen that everything was all ready for the funeral before, you know, Michael or Brad had even supposedly died. So this is what it looks like after all the missions gone down, after everything's all gone down. And just for those to remember the prologue, this is like the tree where Michael was smoking behind, and then he was watching the funeral, and then obviously it cuts to where you start playing as Franklin. So I think this was a little bit of an interesting video. I really wanted to see how the game programmed before the death, and obviously it seems that they had everything ready, and they had that green like scenery around the grave as well to suggest that obviously there was a funeral probably going down that day, and that was the day that supposedly Michael was going to be getting buried. So I don't know, it was pretty interesting. I was expecting some more, and there's a flashlight here. Okay, that's now gone. But that was pretty interesting. Honestly, I really didn't expect the grave to be here. I didn't know if it would just be like an empty space with like no tombstone or headstone, should I say, ready. It'd just be like something like this, just gravel really. But no, they seem to have everything ready, and here's all these sort of like dirt that they dug up to prove that it wasn't Michael in there and it was actually Brad. But you know, let me know down in the comment sections below, guys, what you think. I think that was a pretty small, interesting video. I was expecting a lot more, but there you go. That is what happens. Michael is already dead before the game even properly starts. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave any suggestions down in the section below. But anyway, thank you for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you guys next time.